Hi, and welcome back to Taste Panel for Chiles, episode 191 today. Alright guys, so exactly 10 shows ago, Jay and I on the Jalapeno Show sat down and did Tres Chiles, or 3 chilies, the green version from Chile out of Mexico, continuing on with our Mexican theme. Yeah, that stuff was really good. If you get the chance, go check it out. It didn't last very long in my house, so it has prompted me to take a look at part 2 of 3 chilies. Okay, so normally, guys, you know I don't usually do the sauces from the same company in such repetition like this, but today we're going to make the exception because I'm really curious, and curiosity has got the best of me, and I want to try 3 chilies, the red version. All right, or Tres Chiles, however you like it. All right. So anyway, guys, the green featured jalapeno peppers, Caribe peppers, and something called Japone peppers. I'm not really familiar with all of those peppers. This one here, being 3 chilies again, but has 3 different chilies going on, of course, to give us the red color that this one has. These chilies would be a morita. Again, this is following in line with some of our weird chilies that we've had lately. So, yeah, never had a morita chili. Don't believe we've ever had that on the show. This one also contains serranos, which we did have on the show. It's Cajun Select Serrano Puree. If anybody remembers that show, if you don't, look it up in season 2. And of course, chili de arbos. We've seen that before right here this season. At least one sauce I can remember, San Luis hot sauce, also a Mexican sauce. Quite possibly some of those in salsa huichol as well. So yeah, it seems to be pretty common down Mexico way with the arbol peppers. So we can account for 2 of the 3 peppers here. The moritas, however, seeming to be the main pepper as they're the first listed. So get a little bit of interesting things going on with this sauce, much like we did with the green version. So hey, hoping this one lives up to the reputation that 3 chilies has established so far. Again, as Jay pointed out, we have some food hieroglyphs on the side here, some suggestions on what to use this with. Otherwise, we're pretty barren as far as writing goes with this. So what I can do here, guys, is yeah, just kind of go right into the ingredients, I guess. So we're looking at water, tomatillos, red tomato, arbol pepper, serrano peppers, morita peppers, salt, coriander, acetic acid, xanthan gum, condiments and spices, sodium benzoate and potassium sorbate as preservatives, and we also have red and yellow dyes going on in here. Again, they don't seem to be affecting much. Looks pretty natural in color. Yeah, here the peppers are listed a little different, a little out of sequence with what they have here. So anyway, hopefully we'll get some of the flavors of those morita peppers, as I'm really curious to know what those are about. So we have a heat scale going up the side here. This one says medium, again leaving some space on that thermometer for something a little hotter. And I hope to get to some of Chile's hotter sauces in the future. But right now, I'm really curious about 3 chilies, the red version. So we're going to proceed with that. So let me get a smell test going on this guy. You know what? I'm going to give this a good shake real quick. And then we'll move on. All right. Okay, so hey. Okay, kind of getting a bit of a tomatoey sweetness going on there. Getting a kind of also a garlicky backdrop of spiciness going on. We had a similar aroma from another Chile sauce. That one was coming from Chile Piquin Authentico, which kind of also had a really spicy nose, kind of almost like a dry type of spice going on there. again, perhaps a little oregano-ish in there as well. What are some of the other stuff that is in this guy? Yeah, it doesn't really go into any great detail on the spices. However, there is a slight peppery nose there, which gives us the promise of some heat. But however, kind of smelling kind of a bit on the spicy side again, which is something a little different from the green, which kind of focused on the peppers and the garden vegetables. This guy again seems to be having a little bit of emphasis on the spiciness. Wow, you can see, guys, this is not overly thick. However, there are some seeds going on in there. We do have some spices going on in there. Perhaps a little bit of pepper particles as well, but pretty much on the thin side. So, hey, here we go with 3 Chiles red version. Alright, kind of right off the bat, kind of getting a kind of like an upfront saltiness. Not really crazy on the salt. However, definitely really present in the flavor. Guys, I'm really, to be honest, I'm kind of getting that dried Slim Jim type of beef jerky note. Has again, kind of that spicy flavors going on of the garlic. We get some of that salt. Kind of has a real meaty taste too. A little bit of smokiness going on there, lingering in the back. To be honest, actually really tasting like a piece of smoked dehydrated beef or beef jerky. Maybe getting a slight bit of black peppery flavors going on in there as well. Everything that I might associate with a piece of beef jerky. So, yeah, those real beefy, meaty qualities really coming through in this sauce. To be honest, not getting a whole load of pepper flavors. I don't know if that smoky type of quality can be traced to any of these peppers, or if any of those peppers are dried, which is probably the case, because maybe getting a little bit of the dried pepper notes in there as well. But nothing coming through really as anything fresh or gardeny or fruity in the flavor of this. This guy, again, kind of leaning more towards the spicy, sort of salty beef jerky like taste. So, hey man, if that's what you're looking for in your hot sauce, 3 Chiles might be the place to start. There's some seeds floating around there, giving it a kind of minor spot heat on my tongue. Nothing really crazy to speak of. Sauce actually pretty mild. I'm going to even go so far as to say our medium heat scale there is actually pushing the envelope a little bit, because this guy here is actually kind of mild. Again, really taking on a spicy character over any heat or pepper flavor. Don't have a whole lot of heat going on at all. I bit down on a seed, kind of catching maybe the side of my tongue there. But otherwise, kind of, again, really mild. Don't have much heat going on here at all. However, I do have a, that's not to say that there's no flavor involved with something like this. Again, kind of giving it that really meaty quality. Kind of a dried, spicy taste. Some salt, some smokiness going on. This type of thing might go well in one of your summer grilling projects. You know, some steak maybe on the grill, or some cheeseburgers, or some grilled chicken, or yeah, maybe even dumped over some wings. But yeah, kind of a hot sauce really losing the fact that there are peppers in here. So, yeah, so interesting and definitely not without flavor. But